Hello everyone. Today let us start with our part 4 of ultrasound lecture series. In this part we'll learn about different methods of application of ultrasound therapy. Then we discuss the dosage setting, and in the end we will discuss what is phonophorosis, right? So let us start with the different techniques of application of ultrasound therapy. First technique of application is direct application. You all are come across in OPD with this technique, which we are commonly used in OPDs, right? Here we are directly apply the ultrasound head over the targeted tissue. There are three manners in which you can apply the head of the ultrasound. First is zigzag manner. You can move the head in zigzag manner, or you can move the head in circular manner, or you can move the head in a spiral or a H-shape manner. And we are always used ultrasonic jelly whenever we are using direct application. So why we are using this ultrasonic jelly? Because it has specific characteristics. First, it is thixotropic in nature, so you can easily move head because of it is thick in nature, and it has same acoustic impedance with the tissue, so there is more transmission of energy takes place from the head into the tissue. Another advantage of this gel is it is hypoallergic, or there is less chances of allergy occurs with the gel, and it is very less chemically active, right? And also there is no formation of bubble occurs in between the head and the tissue because of presence of the gel, because it fills the gap between the tissue and the head, right? So because of these reasons we are using ultrasonic jelly as a couplant when we are using direct application, right? The another method is water bag method. Here water is filled in the plastic or rubber bag. The water should be degassed and warm, and the bag is sealed. Then we can apply gel over the ultrasound head and over the treatment area, and then firm pressure should be applied from the head to the bag, and through this way the ultrasonic energy can pass from the water to the tissue, right? So third method is water bath method. Here mainly the extremities, generally the distal extremities, where the area of treatment is irregular in nature, and they are very sensitive to the pressure. So in that cases we are using water bath method. Here the plastic or rubber sink is used, and which is filled with degassed water or distilled water, and the area which we want to treat is inside the water, and then we are applying the ultrasound over there, that area. But here the ultrasound head is not in direct contact with the tissue. uh, the head of ultrasound is almost 1 to 2 centimeter away from the tissue, and we are putting on the ultrasound head in that way. So here the couplant medium is water, right? Or you can say distilled water. Now let us learn about dosage setting. Uh, so dosage in acute conditions. Acute means we are considering up to the 15 days. So symptoms starts from first to 15 days. Then we are considering as an acute condition. So whenever patient comes to you first differentiate is it acute or chronic, like then you can start your dosage setting. First always start with low dose and pulse mode, right? So low dose you can start from 0.25 or 0.5 watt per centimeter square for 2 to 3 minutes. And also you can see the area of condition is superficial or deep. Suppose the area is deep, then you can start with the 1 megahertz, and if area is superficial, then you can start with the 3 megahertz, right? Um, and if the improvement is seen, then you continue with the low dose, means 0.25 or 0.5 watt per centimeter square of that intensity for 2 to 3 minutes. But if there is no improvement in 2 to 3 days, then you can increase your intensity up to the 0.8, and or you can increase the time to 4 to 5 minutes. You can also use pulse mode with more pulse ratio, means 1:4, or you can use 1:3, right? Likewise, but if the chronic condition is there, then again you have to start with 0.8 watt per centimeter square for 4 minutes, and if the improvement is occurs, then you can continue with this dose, and if there is no improvement, then you can increase your intensity up to 2 watt per centimeter, and you can increase your treatment time up to 8 minutes, right? So this is about your dosage setting. And also you can use continuous mode if there is a chronic condition is present, and if you want pulse mode, then you can use 1:1 pulse ratio for the chronic conditions, right? So hope you are clear with the dosage, and the care should be taken, or this keep in mind that the unit of dosage you must write, right? So watt per centimeter square, for how much time you want to give the energy, and you must write down the which mode, pulsed or continuous mode. So these domain should be keep in mind whenever you are writing the dosage of ultrasonic energy, right? Now let us understand what is phonophorosis. You all know the iontophoresis, so it is somewhat similar with the iontophoresis, but in iontophoresis we are using electric energy. Here we are using ultrasonic energy. So phonophorosis is also known as sonophorosis, or you can say ultrasonophorosis. So now let us understand what is phonophorosis. Phonophorosis is a technique in which movement of the drug through the skin into the subcutaneous tissue under the influence of the ultrasound can be achieved, right? Can be produced. So similar as iontophoresis. Clear? The researches are said when we are giving phonophorosis, the drug penetration is more when you are using low frequency, means 1 megahertz, right? And with the pulse mode, and the quantity of drug enters in the skin through the phonophorosis is directly proportional to the time of the treatment and intensity of the treatment. And here we can have both effect of ultrasonic sonic energy, and as well as effect of drug. So phonophorosis is a effective treatment. This technique is safe, painless, non-invasive technique and transport of whole molecule into the tissue. can be possible by this phonophorosis method. So hope you all are clear with phonophorosis. I have taken the reference for ultrasound therapy from the electrotherapy explained from Low and Reed. So you can refer this book for further reading. Thank you all.